What's up, team? Good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing today? I'm running a little bit slow, guys. Still feeling sick. Went to the doctor. They can't figure out what's wrong with me, so. Uh, but today is day two of 1,500 shares per trade. We'll see how that goes. Um, we've got a few movers here. Let's take a look. We got VIVE moving a little bit in pre-market here, gapping up from 440s to 540s. So a solid dollar gap up here for VIVE. We'll see what we get with this one. Solid gap up. Let me make sure you guys can see this. Okay, here. There we go. But yeah, solid gap up here for VIVE. We'll see what we get for that one. We also have TOO, which is okay. I don't know how I feel about that one. Large float per the level 2. According to the level 2, it's a pretty big float. We got GERN, which is a gapper as well from 130s to 147. Small range, maybe a large float for this one too. I'll have to look it up. We got MNK here gapping up from 240s to 250s. SFIX gapping up some. I'll watch SFIX. FSLY gapping up some. ACAD gapping up a little bit with no volume though. So yeah, we'll see what we get. Not really in love with anything this morning. PM. We got PM. Snapchat gapping up some. Gotta watch AMD and the cannabis stocks. I know we have APHA gapping up here. Cron, CGC moving a little bit. I'll watch those. EQNR. And so yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. The overall market's dull, slow, boring. Not really doing much. So hopefully we get something today, guys. Hopefully we find something that looks solid. We'll see though. We'll see. What's up, other cousin? What's up, Dominic? Yeah, I got you, bro. You want the Discord link? Yeah, man, hold on. But I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go get my coffee. But yeah, that's the market right now. Not loving anything really. We'll see what we find that looks better than that. But that's what we got for right now. Yeah, I'm getting the Discord link for you right now, man. Yeah, here's our Discord link if y'all want to join that. There it is right there. We got Mitch joining here as well. Oh, man. Man, guys, I have been sick for like 3 days now. I don't know what it is. I went to the doctor. I'm not running a fever. My nose isn't stuffed up really. My throat's not sore. But I just feel like I have the flu. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. I just feel bad. I feel weak and sick. I don't know what it is, but man, this sucks. All right, team, let's get Mitch in here. And so yeah, we'll see what we get. We'll see what we get today. What's everybody else watching? What's up, Haley? Good morning. Yeah, what's everybody else watching today? Yeah, we got Mitch in here. What's up, Mitch? Yo, yo. I don't know if Mitch is here. He might have walked off. All right, guys, I'm going to go make my coffee. I'll be back. Like I said, while I'm gone, let me know what your main watch is. I don't really... like, I'm keeping an eye on a few of these. We'll see how many of these are actually tradable or not, though. That's, like, the big thing. We'll see which ones of these are actually tradable. But yeah, guys, I'm feeling a little under the weather. Have been for the last, like, 3 days or so. I just been sleeping like all day. I slept all day yesterday. We'll see what we get. See what my account balance looks like. Alright, I'm gonna go make my son turn down his Nintendo. My account balance is at 630. Not bad. We'll keep pushing. But yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Man, you know you're sick when your kids don't want to hug you. You know, you gotta give them air hugs. That's when you really know you're sick, huh? Anyone know why McDonald's dropped after hours? I don't know, man. Let's take a look. Spy's popping up here. I don't know. There's some type of catalyst for this, though. There's got to be. There has to be some type of catalyst here. HOV. Not really doing anything. What's up, Tyrell? Good morning, man. Alright. Here, I already gave Maddie a hug. If you want to just send Jack over here, that's fine.
Okay, come on, bud.
Here, hold on, guys. Alright. We should have Mitch here. What's up, Mitch? Can you hear me? Oh, my headphones aren't on. There we go. What's up, bro? Alright, guys. I'm gonna try to drink coffee. Yesterday I felt terrible until I drank coffee, so I've got my oh, you guys can't see it. It's a smiley face coffee mug. It's a smiley face coffee mug. I got my smiley face. I appreciate it, Tyrell, man. Yeah, this is rough, man. It's weird. It's like I feel like I have the flu but with no fever. And I went to the doctor yesterday. They did a flu test. It was negative. They did a few different things. All right, buddy. Have a good day at school, okay? Love you. Love you. Sheesh, man. But yeah, they did like a flu test. They tested me for mono. Both of those were negative. And now they're testing. They took some vials of blood and they're gonna test me for thyroid issues now. But it's probably just a cold. But man, I feel like I feel like I got hit by a bus, man. Love you, sweetie. Have a good day.
Hey, it's trash, John. It's trash day.
Oh. Alright, well, let me wait till Mitch gets here, and then I gotta take the trash out. Man, it never fails, man.
Come on, Jack. Let's go.
Hey, appreciate it, Roxy. Yeah, man, it's been tough. Yo, Mitch, where you at, bro? I gotta take the trash out, man. Yo. Let me message him. All right, team. So yeah, Spy's bouncing up. We'll look up some news in just a minute. Once Mitch gets here, I'll let him talk because I got to take some trash out. I got to take the trash out today. Yeah, what's up, team? Another dull day in the market. We'll see what we get today. I mean, it's been a good week. I mean, I made $100 something yesterday, and so we'll see what we get today, guys. But waiting on Mitch to get here so I can go take the trash out. I don't know where Mitch went. Let me text him. All right, team. All right, guys, let's do this. All right, so like I said, we got GERN. If we're looking at what's moving this morning, we got GERN, we got TOO, 2. This isn't right. There. 2 with a very boring dull gap up. We got VIVE, which looks good. I don't know if this one's tradable. I don't think it really is, but nope, not tradable. Nope, not tradable. Most of these aren't going to be, I don't think. BKD is, but I don't think that one's moving very much. Yeah. We got, like I said, in stocks that we can trade, we got MNK here, which is tradable. I'll watch MNK. We got Tiva, it's tradable. We got APHA, tradable. We got Snap, tradable. We got PM, EQNR, all tradable. And then, I mean, really, it's kind of a dull day. Let me look. I had a few other things on my list this morning. Let me take a look. Yeah, we got AMD, which is okay here. Of course, that one's tradable. Snap, MU, APHA, rest of the cannabis stocks. That's really all I can see right now. Like I said, if you guys see anything specific, let me know. Because right now, we got X, which is US Steel, gapping down some. Big gap down. We'll have to look up the catalyst in a minute here. Banks are strong. Bank of America, Wells Fargo. Yeah, banks are up. There's Bank of America, Wells Fargo. So yeah, so we got McDonald's gapping down, but yeah, mostly just a boring, dull day, guys. Spotify, not really doing anything, even though this gap up. So I don't know what happened with the volume in the market, but something. I mean, nothing's going on lately. Last month or so has just been boring, and it's typically supposed to be getting better here. It's generally supposed to get better here, but you know, October, September are usually solid months, you know. And then as we get closer and closer to winter, the market typically gets more and more volatile, a lot more movers and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, this just because nothing's moving in pre-market doesn't necessarily mean it will be a boring day overall. It just means that nothing's moving in pre-market. Generally, it has to do with liquidity. And so, like, if we look at the average liquidity for VIVE, it's usually pretty low. And so, generally, it has to do with liquidity. Most of the time, this one has very, very low volume. If we set the volume over here, we can take a look, and on average, it has less than 500,000 a day in volume. Yeah, SFIX doesn't look that bad. It's gapping up, but the volume's low. But I'll watch this one. It's probably one of my main watches. SFIX, US Steel is probably coming in number 2 for my main watches. And then we got stuff like, let me see. Sorry, I'll fix this. There we go. Then we got stuff like AMD, MU, CGC, stuff I watch every day. AMTD. Weird. Well, I'm trying to change this. My chart is just like frozen on Thinkorswim. I don't know what's wrong with that. Weird. Okay, I'm just gonna exit out of this. It's acting weird. My Thinkorswim's frozen again. I don't know what's been going on with Thinkorswim lately. Yesterday it was acting a little funny as well. I know, man, I don't know what's wrong with this thing. Sorry guys, I know I probably look kind of crazy right now. There you go. That's better. But yeah, I don't know what's wrong with Thinkorswim right now. My Thinkorswim is completely frozen. Try to exit out of that. Yeah, I don't know. MKC. Well, guys, my Thinkorswim is completely frozen right now. I don't know what's going wrong with it. Yo, what's up, Mitch?
Yo, yo.
There you are, man. What's up, bro? I've been waiting for
What's
you,
up,
man.
man? My bad.
No, you're good.
I had my headphones on my phone and I didn't even realize I was like watching some news and I'm like, why doesn't John talk here?
Yeah, you're good, man. Here, let me throw you up real quick. For some reason, my Thinkorswim is acting funny. And
No
so
stress. You
while
can
I go
just
take
throw
the
me
trash
up,
out,
cool things down.
while I
Yeah,
go take the
exactly.
trash out, I'm gonna squeeze you down here so people can kind of take a look at what you're watching. Here, let me see.
You
Let
can
me
put my
see.
screen up if you want.
Yeah, let me try to make this so that people can see it better. Let me see.
If anything, you could take down the gapper scan for like 5 minutes.
No,
It's not gonna.
I'll leave that up. I got you. I got it up to where it shows mostly your chart, so this should actually work. All right, hold it down, bro. I got you. All right, here you go. All right, say something real quick.
What's up? What's up? What's
Yeah,
up?
it's working. All right, team. I'll be back. I gotta go take the trash out, even when I'm sick. Gotta do what I gotta do, man. I'll be back, guys.
All right, all right. Good morning, everybody. How we doing, traders? Good morning. Good morning. All right. We got in the house today. We got Jeffrey, Dominic, Haley. What's up, Haley? How you doing on that intro? We got Tyrell, Steven, Black Monday, Roxy, Giancarlo. Black Monday.
Oh, we got Black Monday in here. What's up, bro? It's been like a year, man. How you doing, bro? Hope you're doing good, man. Where'd he go?
Yeah, that's why I always like calling people out. You know, it's always good to see people in the chat.
See, it's weird. It's like I don't even. Oh, there he is. What's up? There he is. I see him way up there. What's up, bro? Yeah, man. I don't. I'll be back, but hope you're doing well, bro. Hope you're doing well, man. He's an
Oh,
OG.
there you go.
He's super OG.
Oh,
All right, I'll be back.
oh, Omar knows what's good for you. A little bit of honey, lemon, and ginger. I like it. I like it. Oh, I love ginger. I got me a ginger beer in the fridge right now. Good morning, Rich. Good morning, Gabrielle. Good morning, Roxy. Good morning, Jeff. Let's get it done, guys. Congratulations, Luke. Welcome to the team. Don't worry, you'll get it. I'm sure they'll send you an email soon. Anyways, you'll get a chance to get a demo, Luke, and I definitely suggest using the demo for as long as you can. I think they give you a week access. Um, and definitely use that demo. It's going to give you an ability to really get used to the platform so that you can master the platform, not get into kind of trouble because of platform issues. So definitely use that demo and keep trading. Let's do this, guys. All right, let's look at some good stocks. You guys see, I'm actually up $8.50. Masterful $8.50. I took a swing trade, guys, here on GoPro. Took a swing trade on GoPro, guys. Let's see how it's going to pay off. I have an average pricing at 521. 521 with 500 shares. Looking to risk towards at least $5, so $100 risk here, but potentially can see this stock breaking out towards the 560, which is going to give us a 40-cent gain at the minimum. Doing good, Haley. Doing good. That's how you do it. Take it slow. Keep doing what you're doing. Stick to your strategy, and continue with the same risk and reward. One of the things I can definitely recommend, if it's going well for you, the system that you're trading right now, don't try to change anything. Just continuously trade with that sizing that's building your account up. You might take one big hit, but don't run away from it. Continue that continuous cycle, and you're going to build up profits and profits and profits. And that's really what you're trying to do here. You're trying to build up the kind of a good percentage of good days versus the bad days. And the only way you do that is if you come in with the right mentality every single day. Don't worry, Jennifer. They'll get back to you. I promise. They're just probably a little bit busy right now. They've had a lot of, I'm sure, a lot of people signed up after the competition, so they'll get to you. And don't rush it. At the end of the day, I think we're finally starting to see some big volatility start opening up again in the SPY, and that's going to help us all traders out. The SPY really starting to get bigger candles on the daily charts and hourly charts, and so with that, we can finally start getting some moves. Should you be bullish or bearish? Lewis, I think really what takes a trader to get better is being both, uh, not necessarily one sided. Doesn't mean you necessarily need to take the other trade, but you need to understand the other side of your trade. Winter is coming, Jennifer, without a doubt. You know, I got the fall season starting already over here and looking exciting. It's my first year completely in Denver, so I'm actually getting to see the seasons change. So it's exciting. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at some of these stocks. Some of the stocks that got. Let's look at upgrades. Upgrades, guys. ADP. Oh no, ADT. ADT, guys. ADT. You smell it? You smell it? I smell it, Junior. Nothing like good old profits. All right, guys. ADT with a good upgrade today. Going to be watching this stock. Has resistance up at $7. Right now, it's hanging out at 680s. I'm going to go ahead and pay attention to this. I think this one might hold up a little bit before it comes right back down. Did get an upgrade though, so we'll be watching it to see if it can break $7 today. That's ADT. Another one. Let's go to uh, work. This is an IPO that I'm seeing. It's finally finding the bottom. We can let's pull up the daily chart so you guys can see that a little bit bigger there. Okay, you guys are going to see resistance right here at this 25 level. If it gets above 25, I really think we can get back up to close to 27.50s, maybe 27 right here, and then it comes back down. But I definitely do think we could start pushing up in this stock work. This is an IPO stock, which is tradable. Yes. Yes, Sid. That's the kind of move that I can see in GoPro. Kept seeing people buy up at 513, 520s, and then selling into 530s. And I see the majority of the volume is sitting at 545s right now. So that's what I'm looking for. Another price that I see a lot of volume in is going to be, let me see, have this written down here. Yeah, 545s and then 565s. So that's the areas that I'm targeting. Yeah, Fubarski. Overnight fees and TradeNet aren't going to cost you the most as long as you have a certain amount of buying power. I'm actually going to find out the buying power for you and the overnight swing trading rules.
What's up, team? Hold on, guys. Let me go get my headphones.
So what's going on, guys? How we doing? Looking like GoPro's starting to move a little bit here. Looking nice up there already, the 26s. Let's see if we can start getting a push, get back up here to this level. We have a long-term support at 556. That's what I want to see become a resistance and then break out, make a move towards $6 today. Let's see if we can get that. What's going on? What's up, guys? What's up? What's up, Steven? How we doing? Look, you see, I corrected myself before I even said it. All right, guys. Yeah, you guys are looking at U.S. Steel. A lot of people are definitely shorting U.S. Steel. Um, has a downtrending trend line. If it does pop up here, I think it would pop up to the 14s on the long term. $10 definitely able to maybe get hit today. I
All
personally
right.
don't like this trade just because there's a lot of levels at 12s and 10s. And when there's that much range and it's that tight, it's not necessarily my favorite trade. I like stocks that are trending, and this stock hasn't really gapped up enough for me to try to short. But US Steel is definitely in play today. Another one that you can look at that's been a lot in play and often is natural gas. You can look at natural gas and oil. Um, both of those are definitely still in play. You guys don't remember, we had that huge spike up, and in that spike up, it's just completely faded down, right back down to those levels.
Yeah, I gotta restart my Thinkorswim. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's frozen. Which is weird. And it just goes out for me. Okay. All right.
One of the ones that I am liking that isn't tradable for me, but definitely a great stock to look at today is it's on our gappers list. I think it's CHK or no CHFS. There you go.
It's weird. This coffee mug is yellow. It looks like the black hole of death
No,
on
that's not it.
OBS.
Is it?
Yo, yo.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Sorry.
Whoa.
You see my coffee mug?
No, I can't see that.
Oh.
No, I can.
Yeah, man. Sorry, I'm restarting my Thinkorswim team. So how's GoPro doing, man? Looks good.
Not doing too bad.
Right.
I think. I mean, I definitely wanted to give it a shot.
Right. I mean, you're up 6 cents, and I mean that's a solid amount considering the range.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, yesterday I should have took a profit, guys, but yesterday I wasn't sitting at the computer, so that's what happened there.
It
Um,
happens to the best of us.
yeah, I put a stop and I didn't put a range play on and just kind of was sitting up about 300 over $300 and then kind of just got out of here. So it is what it is. I had to go run an errand right quick and let the stop go, but the only thing you can do is just learn from that, and that's just how it goes.
Yeah, it happens,
But
but
we'll be watching it, and we'll see if we can continue on in the momentum and see if I can find a good ad spot to try to take a shot in this one.
yeah.
I have
All
no
right, so
problem with adding to the position.
let's go ahead and look up news now that Thinkorswim is back, treating us right. I think it's treating us right. All right, so the
Yeah.
first one we can look at is VIVE. VIVE. That one, look, you can see it's gapping up from 440s to 550. So about $1.10 gap up, $1.09 gap up. And this one is up after falling almost 12% yesterday. But I don't see any catalyst for it. So if you know the news behind VIVE's move, let us know. Aside from that, I'm going to move on from it. We got TOO, which looks all right, but I mean, don't love it. We'll see what happens with that one too. I don't know if that one has any news. I'm just going to stick with the source I have here. We have GERN, which doesn't look that bad. GERN. Its gap up is from 130s to 150. So we'll see what we get with that one as well. This one is up after the company disclosed that they received an FDA fast track designation for their Imetelstat for relapsed refractory myelofibrosis. And so FDA fast track designation for GERN. We'll see what we get with that one as well. But you can see, again, it's gapping up from 133 to 150. It's gapping up 17 cents. And so it looks interesting. We also have SPI. Not really doing much. Kind of a dull, boring day, guys, to be honest. There's not really that much. CATB gapping up some after the company disclosed that the phase 3 trial of their biodrug exceeded the target enrollment for CATB. We'll see what happens. NLNK. Gapping down a little bit here for NLNK, and this is after they announced they entered a merger agreement with Lumos Pharma to form a biopharmaceutical company focused on developing therapies to treat rare diseases for NLNK. And still not that much volume. Doesn't look that good. MNK. This one looks solid and is tradable. It's gapping up from 241 to 253. Only problem is the range, very small range. And this one is up after the company reported findings from its observational registry assessing the Actar gel in MS relapse patients. The results were, quote, highly statistically significant for all the efficacy endpoints for MNK. So basically positive results for MNK. Stitch Fix, SFIX, Stitch Fix. This one's probably one of my main watches, honestly. It's gapping up from 19.20s to $20, and so this one is up after they expected to release quarterly earnings after the closing bell. They are expected to release those earnings after the closing bell, and I guess people are, bullish with their earnings because it's gapping up from 19.20s to $20 right now. Then we have stuff like Snapchat here. Snapchat doesn't look that bad, gapping up from 1580s to 1607. Let's see, I don't really see any catalyst for it. Let me look. It's maintained at a neutral by an analyst. It maintained neutral, and they raised the price target to $14. That's what went on with Snap.
Oh,
So yeah,
GoPro working its way on the gappers list.
let me see. Hey, it's going up, man.
Yeah, just gotta let it keep working.
And then we got U.S. Steel here, which just made a huge rip. Look at this rip on U.S. Steel. So this thing was down,
Yeah,
and
this is what this. That's my concern about U.S. Steel.
Yeah, so Big River Steel attracts a 700 million investment from U.S. Steel, is what we had showed up today. So
Yeah, my concern with steel is there's a lot of shorts put into this. The short interest is actually pretty high down here. So that's my only concern. I don't want to get into a short where the herd is short. And most of the time on a lot of stocks, we got longs trapped in steel. It's been down at this $11 pricing for a long time now. I mean, it's gone down. It's just cracked 11 in August, and then has just been in a range from 13 to $10. Stuck in that range right now, and it's a little tight for me. I don't really like the way it moves consistently.
yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's moving some, and I guess that's worth a watch. But like, I'm not really loving anything today. Nothing's really looking that good, and so we'll see what we get. But not
Yeah,
really.
there's a couple I'm liking. I like MIK.
Today is day two with
I like
1,500
MIK
shares.
a lot. It has a big time resistance above it, 1026, and support is all the way down to 857. That's why I like MIK, guys. Big range, good resistance above it, still trading with a lot of volume, and just got to push up. Keeps creating resistance up here at $10. It's either going to break out, I think, through $10 today and get some lift, get get up there, or it can use that as resistance and start knocking it back down to the support.
I don't like MIK, and that's okay. We can disagree on. It's just so choppy, man. Look at this thing. It's like the VWAP. If you look at the VWAP, it's just crossing over and under the VWAP. It's just not my
I
style.
mean,
I know you have better results with these, really. So for my style, I don't like it. But
I mean, I see an easy pattern there, but it's up to you.
yeah, I mean, like I said, everybody has different preferences, man. So I'm not trying to hate on yours, yeah, Mitch does. Mitch definitely trades these much better than I do.
Yeah, just clear resistance there, right above it. 990s, $10.
Right, and like you'll notice, Mitch and I both have our favorite stocks. Like Mitch definitely likes MIK, and he likes a few other ones, and he does well trading them. I generally like AMD, MU, and so everybody has their own preferences. Even if we trade the same strategies to a certain extent. Snap looks okay, but you know me and Snap, man. Gap down. It's just a boring day, man. Let's look at the overall market news. Whoa, Larry. I'm gonna put you in timeout, bro. You were spamming up the chat, bro. You gotta calm down, man. So I'm gonna put you in timeout for now. Um, no hard feelings, but yeah, man. You're just instead
Another
of
one with another one with an upgrade is Spotify.
yeah, I was watching
Spotify.
Spotify. It was okay
I just
volume.
don't. Yeah, I think this one has some lift to it. Has a chance to get into 125s. Just really, I don't see too many patterns in this one that I could trade. Um, Maybe a scalp, but I don't see too many consistent patterns with this one.
Hey, what's up, Eagles? What's up, Steven? Good morning. Looks like a holiday today. Yeah, man. It's just dull, man. It's just a little boring. I think that's the issue, you know. Uh, let's look at the overall market news. That's one that I'll watch because that's going to dictate a lot of the rest of the day. But so far, choppy day. Uh, any biotech news today? Whoa. The VIVE was gapping up. GERN was gapping up some. We had a few stuff moving, but
There's a huge down gapper. NERV. It's a biotech.
uh, All right, so yeah, let's look up the catalyst for the market today. Let me find it. Usually I can. What's interesting here is that the first time I type in a symbol, what's interesting here is the first stock I type in on this gappers list, it always gives me the overall market news, which is interesting. All right, so this is per MT Newswires, and it says, quote, U.S. stock futures posted narrow gains Tuesday as traders looked ahead to the release of readings on the U.S. manufacturing sector. Dow futures edged up 0.2%, S&P futures are up 0.2%, NASDAQ futures are up 0.2%. Oil prices nudged higher with global benchmark Brent crude up 1% and U.S. West Texas Intermediate up 1.1% recently, after official data showed a drop in U.S. output. So slightly green day in the overall market, which is what the SPY is showing us here. Just barely up, but very choppy. Choppy market overall. So we'll see what we get. APHA is another one that I might watch. APHA gapping up some. The cannabis stocks all faded pretty solid yesterday, so that's probably some that I'll watch. We'll see what we get though. What else do we have here? SFIX, yeah. Oh yeah, MNK too.
All right, we'll also be watching BBBY from yesterday. This one held its highs, has resistance up there at 11. Keeps holding above here, above this 1076. I want to see if it's going to hold above 1067, which is the high, the major high that it held yesterday in the session. If it goes and just ticks down towards 1060s, then cracks that, then bounces back, that's when I'll like to short it. But I need it to crack down kind of where it broke out of yesterday, which was that 60 price point.
What's up? What's up, Momo? I was trying to read what that Larry guy said, man, but it seems like gibberish to me. I don't know what he's talking about.
I have no idea.
Listen, man, listen to these messages, man. And then once you come out of timeout, Larry, you got to explain yourself, man, because this doesn't make any sense. Good luck last week. Simulator swing trade go basketball. FTSE. Well, bit of a killjoy. Or no, that's Junior. Sorry, Junior. Plan your trade the size of scope. People don't. Cloverfield. BA. Kratos. CA and E. Get. Now, NWL on campus. Best of breed. Now stop Timex. Age Tech Buds. Cool. Something cricket. I'm so confused, man. What is this dude talking about, man? I'm so confused. I'm sorry for stopping our morning show to just read this dude's messages, but I'm genuinely curious, man. I'm genuinely curious. What is he talking about, man? I appreciate that. Chief Executive Jeff Baxter disclosed Monday with U.S. regulations that he bought 150,000 shares of the company's common stock, boosting his total holdings to 608,255 shares. That's the news on Vive. I appreciate it. Yeah, man, I'm genuinely confused, man. I don't know what he's talking about. It makes no sense. Like at first I was like, well, he's just talking too much. Like he's just spamming the chat up, so I'm gonna put him in timeout. And then I started to read what he was saying, and I'm just kind of like, all right, bro, you know. Baba, Alibaba. Yeah, it's up a little bit. I mean, I'm sure this is one of the big stocks that is getting affected the most. By all this China trade stuff. because I don't know if anybody knows what Alibaba is. Um,
Chinese.
yeah, I don't know if anybody knows what Alibaba is, but it's basically like a website. So I've done Amazon businesses, and basically what it is it allows you to contact foreign suppliers of goods where you can get goods for like really cheap, and then they'll stamp your logo on the goods and they'll ship them to you or to an Amazon warehouse directly, so you can sell them as your own unique product, right? So say you wanted to buy yoga mats and you wanted to start a yoga mat company, you can buy yoga mats for like $3 a piece from China and have them shipped here, stamped with your logo on them, and then you could sell them for $20 a piece on Amazon. And that's the benefit of Alibaba, that it connects you with mostly Chinese retailers and allows you to buy products like that. And so with that said, Alibaba is going to be affected a lot by these trade talks with, China and the trade war with China. So if we look at the long-term chart of this, I mean, it's not that bad relative to everything. I guess when the trade war kind of talks started, it started to get it was bullish up until that point, but not as bad as I would think for Alibaba. Yes. um, Tesla? Yeah, I got you. Tesla bearish day yesterday, big drop. Tesla is actually a very volatile stock, though, when we look at it. Um, I was worried about Tesla for a little while too when it was down here at the 170s. I mean, I'm not saying that it's gonna succeed or anything, but man, very volatile stock. As per yesterday, I mean, I can look up the news on Tesla. Let's see what we can get with that one. No, I mean, it's technically a different product if it has a different logo on it. Uh, but yeah, basically, if you go to Amazon and you look at what people are selling on Amazon, a lot of the time they're buying it from the same supplier. It's just, it may be like subtly different prices, but a lot of times they're buying it from like a different supplier. Um, all right, so Tesla did have something come out. It says that, quote, Tesla delivers the 7,000 plus Model 3 cars in the Netherlands in the last 3 months. So they've sold 7,000, a little bit over 7,000 Model 3 cars in the Netherlands in the last 3 months. Interesting. Maybe a little bit of a fluff piece, but I mean, we'll see what happens with it. All right, team. I am all in on Nerve this morning over the reaction. What do you think? Long or short? Nerve? I'm sure there's some puns to be had there. So you're basically buying the dip. You're anticipating a bounce after this gap down is what you're doing. Is what I'm assuming you're doing.
This stock is all over the place.
Which one?
USAT, the one that who wanted me to take a look at. Jeffrey Williamson.
Hey, appreciate the sub. NUGT. Welcome to the team, bro. Remember, guys, hit the subscribe button. We do this live every single weekday morning for free on YouTube. We actually day trade the open live for your viewing pleasure while showing you all aspects of our trading. And so if you want to see what it's actually like day trading the market, hit the subscribe button. We'll day trade the open today as well. We got 7 minutes, team.
I think for USAT, I think you should watch for one more rip, and then it should get to a resistance and at least pull back a certain amount. It's very, very highly volatile stock. Very dangerous to trade this one. I can tell you right now, there's bigger time investors in here, just because I can look at the time and sales and
Look at
see
the level
that
two.
at the close, we got about, what is this, 16, 2000, about 2,700 or no, 27,000 shares to go through at the close, 733 pricing. I think that's going to cause a spike towards the open. The spike could be towards 750 or $8. Then I would look for heavy resistance to step in here and try to drag this back down to 650 at the minimum. What I look for in stocks like this that are driving up and have down gapped big. This one down gapped on September 20th, pretty big from 742 all the way down to about 450. And so I'm looking to see drives up, but I want to see three drives and then the fourth one fail. And if you look at the stock today, USAT has already had that one drive to 690, the second drive to 725, the third drive to 750. I would look for one more drive and failing. If it does drive up to $8 and fill a whole bunch of volume, then you can see this one really lift above that 8 and get right back up there to that 875, 830 range. That's where the next resistance would be. There's a lot of people in this stock, I think, at the kind of 550 pricing, and that's where it kind of moved. But I could also see a big time buyer in here at 450. I don't know if that's institutional, if that's the company itself, or something here, but definitely in USAT, you see a huge amount of volume on September 25th at 1545, which would be 345. You saw 4.3 million shares get in there. That's the ultimate bottom of this stock at that 450
What's
pricing, where we saw 4 million shares go through.
what's going on with this one, man? Look at the level two. Is
Well,
this
the what's
algos?
happening? No, well, what's happening right now? The level two is not the what you're gonna get at the open. This stock has such low liquidity; it's only traded 30 shares pre-market, so what you see on the ask and bid are going to be completely different
See,
when
but
the stock actually opens up.
it's tradable for us though.
Yeah, we gotta wait for it to open up. That's
Okay.
all it is,
Okay.
and then you'll see the spreads kind of even out.
Yeah.
I'm
Uh.
sure you're not going to see anything right now until the open.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean Yosemite, we're kind of a little bit of both, man. Did USAT News say that they're not going to make their delisting requirements? I'm not sure. Vive float
Yeah,
1.5 million.
it's put it this way, guys. It's not a stock I'd trade. I wouldn't try to trade this one just because of the liquidity, and there's a bigger time trader in here that you're fighting against that has probably, in my eyes, at least a million shares, and so I'm not trying to
Steven.
fight anybody that has a million shares.
Yeah. Steven said, "Yo, I went to Bed Bath yesterday. My girlfriend made me, and I thought of you guys." That's right, man. Teamwork right there, man.
Yo, I almost got taken to my worst favorite place, IKEA.
Oh man, IKEA, man. IKEA, you'll go there for hours, and like I've
Yeah.
only bought one thing at IKEA, and it was a futon, and
Ooh.
that's it, man.
All right, guys. Before the open comes here, let's take a last look at my GoPro. Look at GoPro, guys. Thing is shooting like a rocket.
Let's take a look.
I'm up over $100 now.
Ooh, man, look at GoPro.
All right,
Pretty
guys.
solid.
Got a swing trade in here from right at the bottom. Look at the 15-minute chart. That's why I traded GoPro. That's why we teach to take a look at the bigger time frame charts. I saw a whole bunch of volume keep coming in here. I took the trade. Gonna look to add at the open if we get a quick pullback near my level so that I can really get a kind of spring up here. If not, just hold and let it keep ripping.
Yep. All right, team. We got about a minute left. Let's do it. What's everybody's main watch today? Here we go. Home Depot. I like Best Buy, man. I'm like a big computer nerd, and or not even computer nerd, but I'm like a tech nerd, and so Best Buy is like my favorite.
Yeah, I think Best Buy is just around also because they have really good ability of getting their products cheap.
Yeah.
We still get good margins on it.
Yeah.
Have good deals, good partnerships
Yeah.
with the right companies.
All right, guys. We got 15 seconds. Let's do this. I'll keep Mitch up at the open since Mitch is already in a trade, and so you guys can see his trade. I'll keep him up at the open while I watch everything else.
All right,
But
guys.
here's the bell.
Here's the open.
All right,
Let's
team.
do it.
All right, guys. There's the bell. We got MU rip. MU rip.
All right. Can expect a pullback to 535s. That's where I'd want to see the hold happen. I'm already up about $118 on this trade. Let's see if it rips through 550s here. Looks like we might get a rip. We got a whole bunch of volume to go in there at 544. About, what was this? 752,000 shares there, guys. That's called a hidden order.
We got SFIX rip it up as well. SFIX. MU, AMD all ripping up. Spies up.
Incredible amount of volume coming in at the open, guys. So just trying to pay attention here.
BBBY up some too.
Think we're going to get a pullback here, guys. Trying to look at some other trades too. Don't want to get so stuck on GoPro that I miss other trades either. MIK shooting up there towards the 10. And look at BBBY also. Good strong volume from both of those. Heavy resistance for BBBY at 11. Heavy resistance at 1020s for MIK. I'd look for that one to pull back to 989 and maybe try a VWAP bounce play in that long. One that I see dropping really fast is Netflix. It did a pop up and then dropped. Other than that, seeing some strength in the tech field.
SPY's up to 298. So the SPY's actually being pretty volatile right now. So the SPY actually ran all the way up to 298.10s here where it's at now. And pretty solid move, really.
All right, expecting a quick pullback in GoPro. Want to see shares get filled in as bag buyers step up here. And I'll be able to add to my sizing and try to shoot it up there to 550s again.
So yeah, AMD, MU, Stitch Fix pulling back to the VWAP some. Snap ripped up. APHA. Let's see. Cron.
Here comes that expected pullback in GoPro. I think it captured some longs, trapped some longs, and now I can get in here on a pullback. We'd like to see a whole bunch of volume fill in again at 544s when it breaks out through 545. There's a nice rip there. Yep, we got the view out bounce in MIK. Called it out at least, was able to bring it out early enough to where you guys, someone could have at least seen it. It's a nice play.
SPY pulling back to 297s. GoPro looks good though. It looks like it could break 46 or 47s.
Yeah, just letting it go. Yeah, at the end of the day, guys, I'm not in this trade for the $100 right here. I'm looking to make a bigger gain on this. There you go. It just got bought up there. Let's see if it rips through 50 here.
Snap ripped up. I'm kind of looking at APHA. Stitch Fix had a nice VWAP bounce too. Kind of a spready stock though.
Boom.
There you
There
go.
you go, guys. Look at all that volume at 55s. Huge amount of volumes there.
Hey, nice, mister. Yeah, man, like I said, before you even told me what your plan was, I could kind of see that bounce, man. It made sense.
All
So
right, guys.
congrats,
I want to
brother.
see it hold VWAP. Want to see it hold VWAP here, guys, for a VWAP bounce play. 40s would be the risk if I took it on a completely separate trade, guys. So now when you look at stocks and you're going to add into it, you want to look at it as if you were going to get in it for the first time. If I were going to get into this stock for the first time, it would be on a move down pull right here at 545, risking off of 540s. So this is where I want to see volume jump in on the time and sales, showing me bag buyers stepping in here. If we get a breakout through 555 here, I might hit the ad for a push towards 560, sell some immediately, and then hold the rest. All right, getting a top there on MIK there at 1018. I told you guys 1020s, there's some heavy resistance. So I can see a quick pullback here and then getting stronger. BBBY, you can also look for a VWAP pullback there. It's up there now to 11s.
Kind of looking at MU for a view up bounce, but we'll see. Market doesn't look bad today, though. It's actually moving up solid. We'll just see if we can actually start to get a little bit more action here. Kind of looking at APHA too. APHA after gapping up some is getting hit. I like it because I can risk using that previous day's closing price as my risk level for APHA.
All right, there you go. Buyer stepped up there in 44s, 10,000 shares there. This even wants to hold 44s now.
I'm watching APHA. If we can get a pullback to 518, I'll take that 1,500 shares and risk off of like 22 or 23 for like a 4 or 5 cent risk. Snap's pulling back to the VWAP as well, but I don't generally like Snap, but it doesn't look bad. There goes the market breaking highs here. The market just broke highs up to 298.20s, so the market's looking strong.
Yeah, stocks to look for. Disney pushing up there, Netflix pushing up. Not really seeing anything really to tackle. Maybe CGC if it comes back. Maybe the cannabis stocks.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm looking at APHA, but same kind of plan. There's 514s.
Whoa. Sorry about that, guys. See my screen go a little weird for a second. Sorry about that.
All right, there's APHAs up to 514. We need 517 if we're going to jump in. Very tight risk trade if we can get it, but we need 517, maybe 16s. I'll jump in. If not, I can look at CGC maybe, or maybe AMD.
All right, expecting a pullback here, guys, to 530s. It might drop down here. Maybe should have sold a little bit at 150 and looked to rebot some, but I'm expecting this pullback. I wanted 560s as my reward, so I'm still looking for that. Still seeing the volume add in at good price points. A lot of volume added up there at 44s. I'm looking for a pullback. The pullback area would be 531s. Still leave me 10-cent room on this stock, on this trade. So I'm going to let it pull back to that area and look to get in at 530s, 532s, add my shares and look for a home run.
I appreciate the sub, man. Welcome to the team, brother. Kind of looking at CGC. We'll see if we get a pullback. So I can have my big chart. Just let me know what happens, man. I'll throw you back up. I got to start. Now's about the time I got to start looking for some stuff, too. There goes CGC. Gonna start to slowly scale into CGC here. So I'm gonna jump in with about 800 shares. Or I'll jump in with 700. I missed it. Oh man.
All good, bro. Relax. You got this.
I just barely missed it, man. I was like, oh, I'm
Things
about to
should
jump
pop
in.
up.
Yeah,
I think she'll pop up.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I wanted
wait.
it.
Give it a second.
It's the spread though. The spread's 6 cents. That's the biggest problem with it right now. And I might miss it. This is where the fade happens right here too. Because then you can risk. There's 41s. Just so I don't miss any more, I'm gonna jump in with a small size and then add a little bit more to this one as it pops up here. We need a little bit more though. We're at 41s. It's just not enough. It's not high enough for me to get my full position. There's 42s. The bid's got to get higher though, guys. It's just not enough. That's my entry here. 41s. Not bad. It's 47s. There's 44s. Alright, I jumped in with another 500 shares. I'm in with 800. Like I said, I'm planning to add a little bit more. Let's see, 800. I have to have 700 more to get my full size here. There's 45s. My risk here is only up to about 58. There's 47s. Barely missed it. We got the ask at 49. Man, I missed it. I'm only in with 800. 50 was the entry, and we never quite got there. Man. Maybe we'll get a flush down, but
it's all good, bro. 800 shares is still a good amount.
Yeah.
Just stick to the trade. That's still a good amount, bro. Just focus. You got this.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, it's
looking for work, guys. Looking for work to come back to view at. This is an IPO. It's already faded once at 23.92s and faded down towards 23.33s. Right now, we're looking at about 30-cent pop up. The risk would be 81. So you're probably looking at close to a 12-cent risk for a 30-cent reward. I'm going to be looking to see if that one gets up there and gets back. Work. Also looking to see if MIK is going to hold 1020s here, guys. So heavy resistance there for work at 24.
There's 39s. I'm going to give it this one a little bit of time now that I missed my entry on it. It's just the spread is the biggest issue with this one right now, but still got time.
All right, guys, watching MIK and also work here.
Problem is, this would have already been a good fade. I just kind of missed it. Catch back up on the chat. I don't know what happened to him, man. I'm kind of confused about what he was saying anyway. He's the mystery man today. Alright, so we're back up. Maybe I could start to add back to this one if we get the ad. But again, I'm just pretty low in the range here, unfortunately, for CGC. And that's going to, hurt my trade some. I'm just low in the range. But we still got time. I guess now I can risk off of this 50 level. The $half makes sense to risk off of that level now. Hopefully we get a flush down here, but again, I'm only in with 800 shares, so I didn't get the full sizing that I really wanted to. MU rolled over. Woo, yeah, MU did. Look at that rejection on MU, man. Big rejection there. All right, here goes CGC. Maybe Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
There's 48s here. Now, this is the level where I got to consider whether I want to add back to it now that it bounced. Before it was solid, and if I would have gotten this entry, I could have taken profits here down at 37s. But now that it's bouncing back here, I might want to respect that previous high at 2250. We'll see, but that's what I'm thinking about now, is I might want to respect that high. Yeah, maybe I should have. There's the squeeze up. I'm just going to let it work, though. I'm going to give it to my risk level up here at 58, I guess.
MIK breaking out through the resistance there, 1025s. It broke out to 1030s.
If this one's getting brutal on me. Big squeeze up. It's just the spread that got me. I got out $176 loss. Just a big squeeze up. And it's just the spread that got me on that one, unfortunately. Just a frustrating trade. That's my max loss for the day. And so I guess it's a good thing. But the whole thing is frustrating for me because I wanted a little bit higher up in the range with my entry. And I never really got it. And so what happened was that it dropped down enough for me to take profits. And because I was so high in the range, it was never really a good enough... I didn't get a good enough entry for me to take profits where I should, basically. But it is what it is. I'm up $630 in this account, so $170 loss is unfortunate, but survivable for sure. Biggest loss I've taken in a while, though.
Nice fade today on ENPH. BBBY getting to that level.
So now, of course, the urge whenever I have a big loss like this is, should I keep trading? And I don't know. It's still early, but the loss is just so big, man. $176. I just don't know whether I should. I don't think I probably should. I think it's probably best to hang it up when you take a big loss like that, but I don't know. I got to consider it. We'll see what happens. And then APHA is right around where I wanted it to.
There you go. Got a spike in volume in GoPro. 250,000 shares going through there in dark pool. Dark pool ordering, guys, means that you don't even see it. Yeah, all of a sudden, just the volume bar just jumps 250,000 shares. And you look to the right, and you don't see any shares fill. That's very, very important to know. That means there's bigger time traders in here. There's someone doing dark pooling, and I'm just going to hang around and stick for the ride.
Yeah, I'll probably throw you up. I'm probably going to take the advice at the chat, too. Like I said, it's been a really good few weeks. If I take a big pullback in my account, I think I'll be okay.
Boom. Here's a push to 48s, guys. We're going to look for a pullback to 45s, and then we can add here.
So I'll just throw Mitch up. CGC looked like it was going to squeeze up anyway, so I'm glad I got out when I did. But bigger losses like this are just kind of part of taking bigger sizing.
So what do we always talk about, guys? 3 resistance tries, right? We got a breakout at 928, breakout at 934, a breakout right now. We're looking for a pullback and the support to hold, which is at 540 or 539 mark. So pullback here towards 44s is what we would want to see geometric wise. Hang on VWAP and then break out.
Hey man, APHA looks like it's going to squeeze up for you though.
Oh, GoPro.
Oh no, not you. I was talking. GoPro looks good.
APHA?
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
Mister
Ken is.
Mister in the chat says I've been a bag holder on APHA. My average is 620, and so it looks like it's squeezing up. I mean, you still got $1 to go, but
I can't blame him. I mean, they had good news a while back. They just never reacted towards it. Might be a fine 3 touches on support for ACB, APHA. I see that 3 touches of support at 510. So that's definitely some great support underneath you at 510. Maybe it gets back up there. All right, guys, we got a rip there towards 50s. I'm looking for a pullback to VWAP to add. If not, let's let it keep going, keep building towards the profits.
Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't get an APHA. I was watching APHA this morning too, but we just got a big squeeze, sideways choppiness in some of the cannabis stocks. And it kind of makes sense. Like, one thing I've noticed about these is that they don't usually fade 2 days in a row. And so, like, yesterday we had really solid movement with fades. The day before that, we kind of faked out. Yesterday we had solid movement with fades again. And then today we kind of faked out again. So,
all right, guys, on this breakout here through 60, I want to go ahead and take some profit. Why? Because I'm expecting a pullback.
Moving average crossovers, maybe bounces after gap downs are generally what I try to trade the most.
Wow, did you see that? 156,000 shares went through at 552. There's a rip, guys. Look at that. All right, guys. Boom. Just sold 300 shares at 564s.
Good work, bro. Looks good, man. There's that. Look at that rip.
That's called volume, guys. Reading the volume, reading the price action yesterday. All right, let's look to see if we can get some here at 580s. On this breakout of 580s, it's probably going to pop to 590s. So that's where I'm going to look to take a little bit more and look for the pullback to add. Pullback here is to 550s. That's what we're looking for an add. 550s, 540s.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that VWAP. Sometimes, so the way it works is like you get a random distribution of wins and losses, right? And sometimes you're just going to pick the wrong stocks. And I think I just picked the wrong stock this morning. But I mean, think about it, guys. Like, so last week I had 4 out of 5 green days, right? Yesterday I had a $107 gain. And so if I pull back a little bit, if I have a loss, it's okay. You know, you're never going to be able to avoid all losses. Like, you're always going to lose sometimes. And one of the biggest skills that you can develop in trading is learning to accept a loss and not, you know, not blame it on other stuff. Just sometimes you're just going to, sometimes negative variance is going to hit you. And it is what it is. It's part of trading, you know. And so I can't, what I can't do is I can't beat myself up over losses. And I also can't force a green day every time I have a losing day, because losing days will happen and losing weeks will happen. I don't care what gurus say. Losing days and losing weeks will happen. And if you can't accept them, you're going to compound those losses and it's just going to be worse. And so the best thing you can do is just say, look, today wasn't a winning day. I took with larger sizing. I tried to go with bigger sizing and I just took a big loss, and that's okay. You know, part of taking bigger sizing is going to be taking losses like that. AMDT reversal. Let's look. Yeah, look at that one, man. TD Ameritrade getting hammered as I'm trading on TD Ameritrade.
Maybe that's why they're lagging.
Yeah, man. They're going through tough times, you know?
Save the money on the server.
Yeah.
All right, big bounce there, guys. One that looks interesting, guys, is MIK, guys. It found heavy resistance there at 1030s.
MU's been kind of fading and rejecting all day. And then APHA squeezed up. I think this is CFDs. And like I said, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button. We day trade live on stream for free every single weekday morning. Regardless of whether we win or lose, we do it all live so you can see it. So hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications, show your support for what we do here. And if you click the bell, it does turn on notifications so you'll get an alert every time we go live. Even if you hate us, we might lose like today, and you're going to miss it if you don't subscribe and click the bell. And so click the bell, guys. You know you want to.
One to watch, guys, that has a big movement today is CREE, CREE. This has been bullish on the day, made a run towards 52, made a red to green move at the open, and now is pulling back towards VWAP. I think we have a good support here at 51. I would want to see it hold 51 and then try to get back up above VWAP. Then you could risk right off of that 51 itself. Not a bad play. Definitely has a catalyst and in play today.
All right, mister. Have a good day, brother.
Let's see what else we got out there. How's ADT doing? This one had an upgrade, but it just went straight down. Not the biggest room either.
I mean, it's at the VWAP, but not too much volume, really, with that one.
Yeah, I had gotten an upgrade, so I don't want to mess with it.
Hey, appreciate the sub, Moody. Welcome to the team, bro. Appreciate it.
One that could be interesting to me is a bounce back in Starbucks towards VWAP. Geometrically, it makes sense. I can try to get it at 40, 44s and risk right above it towards 55s. Doesn't look like the worst. SBUK or XBUX. Yeah, UX. Doesn't look like the worst trade. I like the risk to reward in that one.
ENDP might pull back to the VWAP.
Nice. That's not a bad one to watch either. I like that one.
CGC's back at the VWAP here too.
The one that's holding very well and not wanting to break down is BBBY. It looks like it's holding that 1070 support really well, but it's also stuck in a range about 10 cents. It goes up 10 cents, comes down 10 cents, goes up 10 cents. So you got to watch that one, but it's definitely one that I'm keeping a close eye on. Looking to see if there's going to be a huge volume squeeze. We got a hard rejection there at the 80s. Let's see if it breaks down through 1070. If it breaks 1070, that's when I'll be looking to start shorting this one. So a big drop there in Disney. Now in GoPro, guys, I'm just happy that I've taken some profit, at least putting myself in the driver's seat in this trade. And now I'm just gonna wait for a pullback into a level that I like. If not, just let it keep going.
SPY breaking
Six
down.
dollars,
Ooh,
six dollars, very possible.
look at the SPY here, man. SPY got absolutely hammered there, dude. Just crazy drop in the SPY. Look at that. Something had to come out. What happened?
Uh, I think it's just a matter of resistance, bro. Just zoom back. It hit resistance at 298 really hard. There's a
Yeah, but
big time resistance right above it.
right, but this is a big drop. Like if you look at the market, I mean, look at the SPY. Like that's a huge drop. Something had to happen with that one. Let me look.
I I don't think it's I think it's just technical. You see the wicks in the pre-market down towards this level. It's creating a big time range 298 and the support at 297. I think the SPY is closer to resistance than it is to support, so I'm looking for things to crash. All right, the one that I'm getting interested in, guys, is MIK. GoPro is still doing really well.
Ukraine Gate has been on the news. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this, man.
Ooh, big shorts put on MIK. I missed the entrance right there, which was 1020s. Looking for a bounce up towards 1020s. Above that I could risk off at 1030s. That is weird to
Okay, so
see
yeah,
that pricing.
so a bunch of numbers just came out is what's affecting the market. So U.S.
There you
manufacturing
go.
prices paid 49.70s. Manufacturing PMI 47.8 versus expected 50s. Uh, manufacturing new orders 47.3
Okay.
with the previous
We're starting to see
47.2.
that continuation of the down move. If it holds 297.25s here, guys. So let's see it hold that 297, get into 296. Then when it bounces up, it doesn't get back above that 297.25. That's what I'm looking for, guys. All right, so I'm starting to look for bigger stocks that I can short into. I'm liking Roku, but the risk right now is 102.50s. Roku's so dangerous.
Yeah, market's just getting hammered here, team.
MIK has a weird order that went through there. I got an order that went through at 979 uh, for about what we got here 150, 160,000 shares. So that's when the order was opened at 980s. Ooh, you know one that looked nice but never got to the level? Work. I was talking about it, just missed it by a couple cents. What is it? 2 cents, 3 cents that it didn't hit the VWAP and then just turned down really quickly.
Yeah, that one was nice too. Good
You
fade.
see it? You
Yes,
see it?
that
That's
one.
why I was waiting for it. I was like, come on, just a couple more cents. But it didn't get up there. It
Yeah, it
didn't
looks
make
solid.
sense either at 50 to risk 30 cents. That was the reward. The reward was 30 cents. So
Man, Marcus
I,
just getting hammered here.
I do like this MIK there, but it never popped above VWAP. For VWAP rejections, guys, we like for it to kind of wick a slight bit or at least touch VWAP. And it didn't get there to 1020s again. Looking for sizing to knock it down. Also, BBBY headed towards that 1070 where I told you guys. It's big time support. Let's see if it cracks at 1070, and I'll look for that one to come back to VWAP. Starbucks never came back to VWAP. I'll look for that.
You see the SPY here, man? The SPY's getting murdered here.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
Destroyed here. So I'm looking for stocks that I can get in. Um, oh, I know what I can look at. TVIX on the long side. This kind of extension, I'll look for a pullback towards for a VWAP bounce play. Be careful with the TVIX though, guys. I can tell you right now, that's definitely a pro trade, not a beginner trade.
Yeah, man.
It's okay to trade it, but you got to understand how it trades. Big moves.
Man, look at the market just get hammered here. Whew.
Yep. TVIX breaking out completely. Looking for a bounce in AMAT, looking for a bounce in QCOM. Those are the two that I would short if they get to VWAP. Looking for stocks that have broken down and bouncing to VWAP. Looks like Roku would have worked out perfectly. Talked about that one a little earlier. The range is what worries me in Roku and why I didn't take it. But that one did break down a good fade. Nah, mainly just equities, guys. We'll do it from time to time, but we focus on equities.
What options?
Mm-hmm. People talking about options.
Do I trade options? Sometimes, man. Like not a ton. Very specific
Ooh,
options trade.
there you go. I knew I was going to find a trade. All right, guys, looking at gold.
Yeah, see, that's what it was, Gene. Is was construction spending. Those numbers came out. The manufacturing numbers were pretty poor, and that just
Okay.
hammered the SPY.
So look at CSX. Thank you for letting me know that. Good thing is I know some good industries, guys, some good stocks in the major parts, and this will prove it right here. Look at CSX. This is a major construction company, and it has to do with the mining and all that. And so this is taking a big hit, guys. It just dropped from 69.60 all the way down to 68.70. A dollar drop. Has support right underneath it here at 68.29. So that's where I see it heading towards. I'm looking for a bounce in this one towards VWAP. I will definitely short this if it can bounce all the way up there.
market's just getting hit.
All right, I'm looking for more construction stocks. That's what I'm looking for, guys. If you guys know any, go ahead and put them up on the chat. This is how we can help each other out.
Construction stocks. What was the construction boom? What stocks were moving there? Was it YECO? That was a construction stock. That was a
It's a penny stock, yeah.
yeah. I don't know if it's still moving. That was one of the parabolic movers back when in the construction boom last year.
I'll go ahead and I'll look it up, guys. I'll find some more for us. Give me a second.
Yeah, it's not even showing up on mine.
All right, I got another one. UNP. Look at that one. Woohoo!
Oof.
Those things are just dropping. WAB. Look at them. All of them. Same move.
Yeah, man.
This is what I mean, guys. So that now we're just looking for a bounce back in these. GWR. Rail.
Overstock?
My main one, CSX, UNP. Gonna keep these one on watch. Just gonna put it on the side chart. Look for a bounce back. Look at that though. CSX is not looking back 1 second. All right, let's see what else we can find in the services industry. Oh man, that's a flush down. Looking for bounces, guys.
Look, there it goes. Yeah, the market's still getting hammered here.
Looking for bounces. Look at the TVIX already. Up there to 1380, 1390s. Bam.
Yep.
This is what I look at the 15-minute. Heavy resistance up there at 298s, guys. You can clearly see it on the 15-minute chart on the SPY. It hit that, never look back. It's heading down towards, I say 294s, 295s here, guys. Then look for the bounce up. I see the bounce in the 296, 66 area.
Yeah, man. Those manufacturing numbers aren't playing any games with the overall market, man.
So far, the ones that I'm seeing hit the most is that right there. Let's look at this one. Yeah, they're all dropping. Just none bouncing back. Just none bouncing back. I'm trying to find one. Just one hanging out at VWAP.
Yeah, there's not that many of
I'll
them.
take a shot for sure. I'm looking at UNP and CSX, just flush. Let's try to see if we can find a.
Remember, guys, to hit that subscribe button as well. We day trade live on stream every weekday morning for free on YouTube, showing you what it's actually like day trading the market at the open live for new traders or for traders in general. So hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. We go live every single weekday morning. Even if you hate us, we might lose, and you're going to miss it if you don't subscribe, guys. So click the subscribe button, show your support.
I see one, but it's trading very low volume. I'm not going to trade that one. That's too low volume for me.
OSTK ripping it below the VWAP there. Yeah, I'm just kind of joking, Jojo. SNNA rip. Yeah, look at SNNA, man. Y'all like penny stocks. That one's ripping up crazy here.
There you go. That's the one I wanted to find. There you go. I found the one that I want to trade. I'm looking for Toll Brothers. TOL. Construction company, guys. All right. Two of the ones I'm looking at, guys, is TOL, PHM. These are construction companies. Also looking for KBH to come back to VWAP.
AMD's at the VWAP might be getting rejected here. That one doesn't look bad. Spot might be pulling down to test those lows. CFMS.
Still hanging out at GoPro, guys. All right, guys. TOL, getting up there to my levels. Needed to pop a little bit more here.
Ugh. I'm still feeling pretty cruddy, man. I do feel better today though. Yeah, Toll looks like a good fade.
Yeah, I'm looking for it to get right now, just pop for 1 second at 80, and then I can take it. 75 doesn't seem too bad either. '70s. My risk is 85. I'm trying to get closer to 75 so I can take this trade. It's on the ask at 75. Want to jump up the ask to 80. Keep the bid at 75. Then I can take the trade.
Uh, I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go get some nose spray. AMD looks like a maybe a nice rejection there. SPY lows. Yeah, man, the SPY's looking weak. I'll be right back, guys.
All right, guys, short some TOL. Short some TOL.
That one looks good. Tight risk.
Yeah. Don't really like my entry. I should have got 40.74s when it bounced up there for a second, but was a little hesitant. At least can be honest about it. Another one that I'm looking at is PHM and also KBH.
A lot of people talking about U.S. Steel here. I mean, U.S. Steel ripped up this morning, I guess, with the. It's pulling back because of the news, but looked really strong today, really. AMD did get rejected there. So what's up, team? Yeah, sorry, I've been a little quiet. I just haven't felt good. All right, Junior. Later, brother. Toe looks like an upside down head and shoulders on the 5 minute. Uh, there you go. Looks a little bit better now.
I mean, the trade's there,
Yeah.
regardless of it comes true or not. You know, we take trades, guys, just based on the action we see, not the action we want. And uh, with the action we saw there was a breakdown, the catalyst, construction, found construction stock, found one that was on the more bullish side because I'm looking for the bears to come in and sweep them. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's the basis of the trade, the catalyst, the risk and reward is there, and that's all you can do.
All right, Junior. Later, brother.
That's all you can do as a trader, guys. Just put yourself in the right position. You're not always going to win. You can't always think you're going to win. The only thing you can think about is taking solid trades.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of like me. Like I took a loss this morning. I closed it down. Not going to trade anymore. Not going to force it anymore. And
There's no need.
yeah,
You're going to get the volatility from this move tomorrow.
right. And yeah,
And
I'm
then you
okay
can
with it.
capitalize on that because you should be happy. You know, the spy picked a direction.
Right. Hey, that's all it is, man. And really, like I said, like I took a loss this morning, but if you, a lot of times traders get stuck on short term results, right? And really, it's not about that. If you really think about trading, like think about it. Like my last week, I had one losing day last week. And so it's like, if this is my losing day for the week, or even if this week turns out to be crummy, that's okay because in the end, I'm well into the profit. I know, like, I know my stats are there, and so in the end, it's just about accepting a losing day, which is key. You know,
Very key.
TOL looks good. There you go. Nice little fade breakdown there, bro.
Yep. Let's see if we can get this to crack and get to 55s. 55s will take some shares off here.
And like I said, team, you all want to check out the same scanners that we use every day, the same scanners that we're using right now. I'll post, there's the link in the chat. Go check them out. Best scanners in the game, super customizable. There's the link right there in the chat. Nightbot just posted it. Like I said, if you use promo code BT15 at checkout, you get 15% off. And so help support our channel, guys. We do make a commission if you sign up through us. I traded CGC. Also, if you want to use the same platform as us, I'll post this link here as well. It's another great way to help support our channel. I believe the price went back up to $3.99 is what I think it did. No, it still says $3.50, but I don't know if it's going to give you that price. Maybe you can bargain with these guys.
Yeah, just call them up.
Yeah, there's the link. You want to use the same platform as us. And there's a lot of benefits to using it. It's one of the ways you can day trade with no PDT rule. You'll see us trading with no PDT rule, and you can. Their base package is the intro package. It comes with 14,000 in buying power with the funded account program. There's no PDT rule. You can actually short stocks, but you can day trade as much as you want. And short stocks comes with a demo account, a trading course, and access to their chat room. And I think that makes a ton of sense. That bundle will save new traders money. And because we talked about it yesterday, most of the time new traders are going to lose regardless of where they go. And instead of depositing thousands into a regular broker so you can have enough to trade, TradeNet just makes a lot of sense, especially for new traders. And there is a profit split of 70-30. So if you make $1,000 in profit, they keep 30% of that, or $300, and you keep 700. But it's only taken out of your profit. And again, the max loss is 700, and you're paying what, 399, 350, almost half of that. And so I think that makes a lot of sense as well. The risk reward just makes sense. And so there's the link in the chat if you want to check that out, help support our channel here.
Hanging tight right now, guys. I think I'm going to get a pullback in GoPro here, guys. The pullback should be towards the 540 areas. If I do add, it'll be near that area, and it will be 540s, and I'll look for it to come back here. The only thing that's concerning me, of course, is the SPY, but I don't think GoPro is moving with the SPY at all. I think this is one's moving strictly on speculative move. Hero 8 supposedly coming out soon. We haven't gotten the PR of the release, but we have gotten leaks, and I think that's why this kind of spike happened into GoPro to begin with. So I'm looking for pullbacks here to the 540 area to add. It's been pulling back and pulling back. I think it needs to find volume as it pulls back here, and I'll look to add at 540s. I'm in at 521s with still 200 shares.
Stocks currently says TradeNet has bad reviews. Google TradeNet complaints. So does every no PDT broker. Google SureTrader complaints. You watch what you find, man. Like, come on now, man. People get so butthurt about stuff. It's just kind of like, come on, man. Like, of course it has bad reviews. Like, day trading and trading stocks itself is a very emotional thing, right? So what happens a lot of the time is you'll get new traders lose money. Like, new traders don't know how to trade, man. They get one of these accounts and they just kind of run through it. They just run through it. And then what do? Instead of being introspective and being like, you know what? This is my fault. I traded poorly. What do? They blame their platform. Very common tale. And hey,
It's
it
all
is
your
what it is,
fault.
man. Right. It is
It's
what
all
it is,
your
man.
fault.
But it's like, come on now. Don't say, oh, TradeNet has bad reviews. Of course they do, man. They're no PDT broker. Like, come on now. Like, get out of here with that.
It's only their fault if they pulled your finger.
Right. But it's
If they
just like,
didn't pull your finger, I mean, hey, I'm sorry, bud, but you're out of luck.
right. Name a better option then. You know, what's a better option to day trade with no PDT rule for new traders? You know, especially
That's
a cheaper
what I look
option.
for.
Name one.
Yeah.
You know, SureTrader. I don't think you could say that. A lot of the other ones are gonna fee you to death. You know, and so I think it just makes sense. And people can hate on them. That's fine. Like I said, a lot of times it comes from just naive, immature traders that don't necessarily know how to trade and end up blaming their platform when they lose. And that's part of it.
All right, guys. Looking at KBH here and also PHM. They look enticing. CSX and also UNP starting to make its way back to VWAP after a really big down move. I'm looking for those to bounce to VWAP and trying to see the volume that comes in there.
Yeah, I've heard some pretty bad things about Trade Zero. I've never used them, so I can't really say either way. But
I don't think they're the worst. I think it's kind of one that really for a long, long time didn't let anybody in the U.S. trade with them.
oh yeah, that's that one. See, I know I have this other guy. His name was Alpine Trader. He used to trade. He said some pretty bad things about Trade Zero, and so I don't. Like I said, you look at any broker, any no PDT broker especially, they're gonna have bad reviews, man. You know, it doesn't matter which one. Most platforms and brokers are gonna have bad reviews regardless, because again, trading is a very emotional thing, right? And so every kid living at their parents' house that loses $1,000 in trading is gonna leave them a bad review. You know what I mean? It's just part of it. It is what it is.
I agree.
Right. Like, you can
All
watch
right,
us
guys.
trade. You want to see what it's like. We trade it every day.
Looking to take some profit here, guys, in this down move here. Let's not be greedy, guys. We're going to take it right here. All right, guys. Going to secure the profit here. Look to add any bounce towards VWAP, which would be 74. If it just fades out here, we'll just hold this for the break down to 40, 50s. Looking to get in some more trades. That's why I'm taking some profit here, guys. I like KBH if it comes back to VWAP. I like PHM if it comes back to VWAP, and CSX and UNP pushing up there.
Yeah, Weeble's good. Weeble just there's no you have to follow the PDT rule with Weeble. So been using Trade Zero for the last 6 months, better than TradeNet. It's all subjective, man. I'm sure they both every platform and broker has their pros and cons. And so, like, in some ways, I'm sure they're better. In some ways, I'm sure they're worse. But it's every platform and broker, man. It's just kind
Yeah,
of part of it.
it's simple one would be, can you short BYND on Trade Zero?
Yeah.
I guarantee you can't. And if you do, you have to pay for it.
Yep. So that's one of the benefits of using TradeNet itself. It's like I can short IPOs the day they IPO, and you can't really do that anywhere else.
I've heard the borrows for BYND are as much as 140% more than the price to short that stock right now.
Oh
So
man,
if
Haley,
it costs that much to short BYND, I'll tell you what, I'd rather have Trade Network and short it there.
Haley's telling us a sad story. Haley said, "Here's a sad story for you all. Earlier, I went in for a bounce on SFIX. My dog started barking. I went to go shush him, and the trade executed while I was walking away. Then I lost $600 upon return. Oof.
Oof, that hurts, Haley. It's just lessons to learn. Same
Yeah.
way, I kind of talked about it. I feel bad. I wish my story would have been able to uh,
Mitch did the
maybe
same thing
deter
yesterday.
you. Yeah, I missed profits yesterday. I didn't really lose on it, but I missed profits doing the same thing, leaving the computer. One of the things is if you leave the computer, you at least have to have a downside risk put in. That's the one thing that at least saved me. I didn't lose money, but I didn't get the profit. At least I think that's a little bit better. But I'm definitely feeling your pain, Haley. It happens. One of the things is understand this is it's out of your control. Out of your control stories is just it's not the system. It's just the way the trade went. And so the only thing you can do is just refocus in, maybe maybe go ahead and take some time off and get back to your strategy. Remember, you were doing really great with your strategy. The only thing that happened here is something out of your control. All right, guys, looking for 74 pricing to add in here. Trying to get a better pricing than I was in so that I could add right back into this trade on TOL. I like the rejection volume that was there at the 70s. We got 1,000 shares to go through there. And then as soon as it came back up there right now, 62s were hit.
Yeah, but like if you think about it, like you're paying $400 to get 14,000 in buying power. That's 35 to 1 leverage. You know.
Hey, we're here for you, Haley. If anything, we're here for guys is for support. That's what we're here for, guys.
Yep.
Especially, anybody can help you on the ups. We're definitely here for the downs, guys. It's gonna happen, and we're here.
Yep.
We can definitely work with you if you want to go over the trade or something like that. We're definitely here for you. Um, and another thing is just the mentality. I think that's one thing that John and I do really well. We don't like to let yesterday affect today. And I think that's one of the biggest things you can do as a trader is kind of start pulling days together and pulling emotion from that. And that's not what you want to do as a trader. You want to get over the emotions of yesterday, get into a new day every single day. The real key is always focus towards our system and how we can execute that system. When we
Yep.
don't execute the system, that's when we're really going to see kind of the big drawdowns, big pullbacks. And it's just because it's as simple as that, guys. When you don't trade your system, the variables start affecting you in the wrong way.
Remember,
But
guys, hit
hey,
that subscribe button. I'll be
this is
back.
the
I gotta.
learning thing. This is what we want to do here, guys. And at the end of the day, we come to this chat room not for perfection, but for learning.
Right.
and the experience of seeing other traders trade and learn from their experience so that you can perfect your own system. Uh, Clifford or Gifford. I really wouldn't necessarily try to answer that because technically wise, I'm pretty sure you cannot, but that's going to be up to you to kind of figure out ways around that. I'm getting a pop up here, guys. 74s, 77s. I need to see a rejection off 80s. You guys see my trend line here. Don't know if you guys are watching my screen, but this trend line needs to hold here. So I need a rejection off of this level. Don't want it to break up here to 80s. Going to hold for 1 second. See if it rejects that. Heads down back to 4070s. If it just squeezes up to 4080, we'll just get out. If it pulls back down to 4070 and we see a big sizing get in here, that's when we're going to go ahead and hammer on this. All right, guys. GoPro getting kind of near that price point where I want to take it, which is 540s. I don't mind if it pulls back here. At the end of the day, I'm all the way down to 521s in a really good position in that stock and just waiting, trying to take the maximum gain on that. All right, we got that slight rejection there, but no big volume to follow. I'm looking for the big volume to show up on the time and sales, and that's when I start looking to hammer it. There's no point in this indecision mode to go ahead and jump in with bigger sizing and put yourself in a worry. So we got a little move down there to 70s. Let's see if we get what we want to see is the volume. You see how it scooped back up? No volume there. Nobody's shorting onto it. And so that's why I'm holding for right now. All right, pay attention for GoPro as it's pulling back there pretty heavily. I'm gonna let it pull back one more time. Let it try to find a bottom. Bottom should be somewhere in the 539s, 540 range. Still looking for bigger volume in TOL. Ones that broken out of the VWAP are KBH and PHM. Don't want to see this fill here at 76 with the step out here. The idea is for a high to be created, not for it to continue breaking out here and getting up there to 1480s. All right, nice rejection there, guys. Nice rejection there. Got a 1 up, 2 up, 3 up. Let's let it try one more time. If it rejects getting above 76 here and it brings back down to 470s, that's when we can hammer it, trying to get down to 60s and 50s. Let it try one more time to break out. Still pushing on those 76. Looking for one more rejection, and then I can hammer down. You see, there's a test. Like we said, guys, I had a feeling this is going to push up there, so we got to let it test here. It's creating a wick. Worst comes to worst, we do, and we stop out here. If we stop out, we'll be break even on the rest. And I'm okay with taking a break even trade on this one. Take a good shot on toll. If it comes out, it comes out. If not, it's all good. Here's that push up. Don't want to see anything fill here. Looking at the time and sales to see if there's going to be anything that fills here. The market maker is spreading out the spread here. Now it's a 3 or 4 cent spread, tightened up again. Might have to just get out here, guys. You see a quick rejection off this 80. some of the 80s filling there. You got to be careful. Looking for top side fill. Anything filling on the ask, I got to get out. I want to see things filling on the bid, which is that 78, that 79. There you go. Now we know for sure our risk point is confirmed. 80s our risk point. Anything big filling there or filling up at 81s, we step out.
Somebody said Charles Schwab dropped all commissions, like permanently. How do they survive on that, though?
I mean, there's still ways.
Right, but I mean, isn't that how platforms support themselves? You know?
There's two ways. There's fees, and then there's also exchange commissions. All right, guys, it's squeezing me out. I'm out. Took a little bit of a loss there, but just gotta let it go.
Baby loss.
Yeah, baby boy. Took
Baby,
a chance.
baby. You know?
The spy don't want to give out right now. So that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Was up there about $39. Just gave some back, but that's how it goes.
Yeah, you're still up over 100 today. You're doing good, bro.
All right, guys, I think that's going to do it for me. I'm just going to go ahead and hang out, watch GoPro for the rest of the day, see if it pulls back, gives me a chance to add at 540s. If not, let it break out again towards 580s. And then look to sell some at 580s, 590s, and $6.
Hey, team, hit that subscribe button if we're closing it down. So, yeah, for sure. But how would they make money, though, if they don't have any commissions, you know?
The exchange.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, still no
Spreads?
PDT rule.
Right.
Still a PDT rule.
Yeah,
so.
you're still gonna get hit with PDT for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, if you have over $25,000 account, I would be in America if I had a over $25,000 in equity, actual equity.
Yeah.
But
me too.
that's very hard. That's very hard to have.
Right. I mean, we talked about the guy with the guy yesterday, right? And his logic was that I was giving bad advice for telling traders not to save up $25,000 to buy a large, a big boy account in trading. And my advice was actually to buy some small accounts. I don't care where you go, but that was my advice, is to buy some small day trading accounts. And the reason that was my advice is because, again, I don't care how much you study. I don't care what guru you follow, what course you take, how much you practice. Your first real money account, you're almost certainly going to lose. And of course, we're going to have some people that said, I didn't lose my first account, and that's fine. You're an outlier, though. A large majority of traders are going to lose their first account. I don't care how much they study, because the emotions are going to be completely different when you switch over to live money. And so it's kind of like, as a trader, would you rather lose a $1,500 account or a $500 account or a $1,000 account? Or would you rather save up and lose a $20,000, $25,000 account? I'll take the $1,500 loss every time. And it's probably going to happen regardless. And so again, that's my advice to traders, is learn how to trade with a live account. That's what you want to build rules around your trading, but you want to build rules when you're trading a live account, because if not, the emotions are not going to be there. It's not going to be the same. And that's what I always try to tell people, is that, like, it's not, it doesn't matter how much you emulate a live account with a paper account. It doesn't matter how much you treat it like a real account. You're still probably going to lose your first real money account. Everybody does. I've lost multiple. And that's the truth. And so it's like I always say, like, it doesn't matter what guru you follow, what course you take, you're still going to lose. And that's okay, because losing is necessary, because losing reinforces the necessary rules you need to build around your personality and around your trading. For that reason, losing is super necessary. That's why they say you got to pay your market tuition, is because, again, you got to learn what hurts, and you got to not do that anymore. And building rules around avoiding that hurt is crucial. And so if you don't do that, you're just going to not care, and you're going to lose your $20,000 account, your $25,000 account. You're going to save up for months, and then you're just going to lose that account like that. And then you're going to be mentally broken. You're probably going to give up day trading. You're going to say it's rigged and it's impossible to do successfully and whatever else there may be. But that's what happens to new traders. That's what happens. And it's one of those things, man, where, in the end, you got to figure out how to trade with live money. And that's the end. That's what we're trying to say.
All right. Looking for one more trade here. Looking for a 22 pop up to ANPH.
Did I talk so long that now you're going to get into a new trade, man? Come on now, bro.
That's what happens.
Oh, man. Now I'm going to feel bad if it's a losing trade, man.
I looked at too many charts. That's why I always tell you guys, if you don't want to trade, don't look at charts.
I ranted for too long, guys. I ranted for way too long, I guess, because now
I can tell you that right now, guys. I can tell you that right now, guys. If you don't want to trade,
close it down like I did.
Charts.
Right. You see how I closed it down? I closed my platform down. So no matter what I want to trade, I'm not starting it back up. I don't care. Because I know myself, man.
You got to give yourself what I call a process to come back to the computer. Yeah. If you don't have a process to come back, then what's going to end up happening is you'll just take another trade.
Yeah.
Like that. Like a snap of a finger. And we all know a snap of a finger, you can lose a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, man. In the market, man, you don't know what's going to happen, man. That's why it's like, and a lot of times, like, you'll see me and I'll keep trading. And a lot of times it works out for me. But I think that comes with experience. Like, if I push a little bit too much, then I could take a big loss. And so a lot of times you'll see me trade small after I have a losing day. Because I kind of understand myself well enough to know, like, okay, look, you probably shouldn't keep pushing. You're a solid enough trader to keep pushing. But if you're going to keep pushing, you need to do it small. And that way,
one of the things that I see a lot of beginner traders do is they get their account, but their mindset isn't like on top of the game. And one of the things is you want to be on top of your game when you get to your account. So if that means sometimes getting an account and holding it for a second, it's okay. You don't need to just the very next day you get an account, go ahead and just take swings. Right. I think that's what I see a lot of traders do. And there was so much pressure because you just bought the account. You just got it. And so the pressure is at its highest moment. It's not at its lowest moment. It's at its highest moment. And so that's when you need to calm down. Maybe even paper trade a day or two. Yeah. Get to the point where you're not thinking about it. And I think that's what a lot of traders make a mistake on.
Because I saw somebody complaining this morning. They said they signed up to TradeNet over the weekend and they still haven't gotten their live account. And first of all, it takes 3 days, generally 3 business days for you to get your live account. And so if you signed up over the weekend, you're rarely going to ever have your account today. And so getting mad at them for that doesn't make sense. Number two is that you probably shouldn't go right in. Like, TradeNet gives you a paper trading platform for a few weeks for a reason, because you can learn the platform, you can get used to it. If you just jump right in and start trading with, you're going to experiment with your live account, and that's not necessarily what I recommend.
I agree. And the real key, guys, at the end of the day, if you want to succeed, you have to be on top of your game every single day with a small account.
Yep.
Small accounts are going to have more pressure than a bigger account because less room for error. So you gotta to understand that is really, really difficult. Understand that you're starting with pressures against you and not for you. When you have a bigger account, you still have some kind of advantage because there is room. You can lose 2-3 times and then go on a winning streak and get yourself back into the green.
Right.
And so most traders, what ends up happening is they lose 2, 3 days, 4 days consecutively on a small account, and then they're just done physically, mentally, in every shape and form. Yeah. Every shape and form, you're just done. Your body literally feels like that. You're just like,
And it's brutal, man. It is absolutely brutal. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything here. Like, it is extremely difficult to trade successfully with a small account. Extremely difficult. But you need to do it as a new trader. The reason you need to do it is, like I said, you have to build rules around your trading and around the real emotions that you're going to face with real money, right? You can try to build rules around paper, but like, let's be honest here. Every time, everybody knows how you trade paper, you just kind of like, whatever, I'm just going to let this one roll, you know? Like, I'm just going to see what happens here. You know, I'm just going to double my size here. That's what you do with paper, right? You see me trading in the morning, I'm sitting there, I'm stressed out. I'm getting out in 30 seconds. I'm done, you know? Like, that's
That
live money.
that's live.
Right.
That's
That's
live.
that's live money. You know, and that's why you have to use live money, because if you don't, you're not going to understand. You're going to say, "Oh, well, I could just do what I did on paper." No, you can't. Your emotions are going to be saying, "You should get out here right now." You know, what if you lose $1,000? You got to get out of there. You know, that's what happens with live money. And like I said, I don't care how much you practice. I don't care what courses you take. I don't care what guru you follow. You're not going to be. A large majority of people are going to fail with their first account, and that's just part of it. You know.
Yep. So one of the things we'll take away, guys, we talked about, at the end of the day, you're always going to have uncontrollables. Still feeling a little bad for Haley, wishing her the best, wishing that she gets her mindset right and really starts
I think
trading
it's
the
a
way we
guy.
know. It might be a guy.
I'm
All
pretty
right,
sure it's a
so
guy.
well, put it this way, really looking forward to seeing you get back to your trading system because we have seen some good results. The real key is getting back to it. It's going to be difficult because you had what's called an uncontrollable. And when an uncontrollable happens, most of the time we blame ourselves. And we got to realize that it's not necessarily your fault, but what you need to do is just learn from it, understand that it didn't have anything to do with your prior results. And so you can't really look at that as being negatively affecting your consistency. Go back to your strategy, stick to the system, and you'll get back into the profits. Dude, my dude, I got you. No stress. But get back in here. You know you got this. Uh, you know, trust me. Marley and Hendrix has cost me enough. And so I know the life. The real key is, uh, you know, can't blame my dog. Just got to get back in here and nail it. Um, you guys saw me at least attempt a good VWAP fade. One of the biggest things is get back to your strengths. When you don't feel that you're on top of your game, your strengths are going to be always what you need to rely on.
Yep.
All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for us today, guys. I'm not seeing the bounce back in EMPH that I needed. So just going to go ahead and let it go. Would need to bounce back to 22s to risk off with 2210s. But I think that's going to do it for us, guys. All right, traders. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Definitely take a look, guys, at our Discord. If you guys aren't in the Discord, this is where we go
Hold
ahead
on,
and
bro. Hold on,
post.
man. I tried to buy 1,000 shares of ENPH. Oh my gosh. Hold on, team. Okay, I got out. I got out of most of it. I'm still holding 1,000. I'm stressed out in this trade, man. Hold on.
It's all good. Don't stress.
How much is
Just
commissions
manage
gonna
it.
be on that, man? Oh, sorry guys. I was on my Tefs app. After all that preaching about hanging it up, I was on my Tefs app on my phone. If you guys want to see,
Yeah.
this is how much is commissions gonna be for that. Hold on, team. You can see it actually worked out. I mean, I made $214 on it, but it could have gone terribly, man. I'm still holding 500 shares. Can you guys see this? Here. No. Here. Look at this. Oh man, I'm still holding 500 shares. What do you guys think I should do? Like I was like, I'm gonna take the rejection here with 1,000 shares, right? I ended up buying 10,000 shares on the Tefs app, and it filled me. And I immediately saw $200 down. By the time I signed up, it had rebounded, or it had dropped some. I guess it worked out though. But how much is commission's gonna be on 10,000 shares? That's the question. Let's look it up.
$70.
Well, that's a $70 mistake. It about evens out though.
Yep, $70.
Yeah. Well,
It's not that much when you think about it. I mean,
right? No, a
you
10,000
get up
share position. Oh man.
yeah, yeah, Jennifer. It's 0.006. But then there's also a little bit of some other fees. I always calculate it at 0.007 just to be on my safe side. It's usually a little bit under that, but I would rather calculate on the upside of the commission and then see the next day that I'm a little bit higher than that than the other way around. I think
Yeah.
to be exact, it's somewhere in between 0.006 and 0.007, somewhere in between there. There might be a fraction of a decimal there.
All right.
Look at the
Well,
SPY though, continuing down, man.
what do I do with this now though? I scaled out of it. I'm holding 250 shares left.
I mean, you put it break even and you get off the computer.
Yeah.
That's what I recommend.
Hey,
Worst
break
comes to
even day
worst.
now, minus my $70 commission for 10,000 shares that I didn't really want to take. But hey, I mean, whatever. But dumb mistake by me, which is why like I might delete this Tefs app on my phone. It's too tempting, man.
Yeah, I don't have it. I don't use it. I don't want to trade on my phone. I've already learned that one. I used to do it when I was younger. When I first started trading, guys, I didn't have a paper trading account, and I'd paper trade on Thinkorswim on my phone.
Yeah.
And let's just say some days went really well. Some days I was there just looking at the phone like, get out, get out.
Right. Yeah, but really it's gonna be more than $70. It's gonna be right. It's gonna be about $150, which makes me about break even today, or break even after this trade. Not
Well,
break even, but like
yes, $70 in, $70 out.
right. So I'm about right back where I started realistically. Down about $150 on the day, which is okay. Whatever.
It
But
is what it is. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for us, guys.
later, team. Oh yeah,
We'll
hit the
see you guys
subscribe
back
button.
tomorrow.
Hit the subscribe button, team. Hit the subscribe button. Click the bell. Turn on notifications. Hit the subscribe button. You know you want to watch us again. We do this live every day, win or lose. We don't claim to be experts or gurus here. And we're not experts or gurus. But if you want to watch people day trade live at the open on stream for free every single weekday morning, hit the subscribe button. Click the bell. Turn on notifications. Come watch us. We might lose. If you hate us or dislike us, you're going to miss it if we do lose. And so you don't want to miss that. Hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications, show your support for what we do here. You want to use the same platform? If you want to use the same platform as us, I'll post this link here again.
All right, guys, I'm gonna also post up one of our best classes. I think this is one of the best classes we have. It's on level 2s and time and sales. I know a lot of traders out there have learned about strategy and pattern, and we teach risk and reward, but there's really nothing like the skill of learning price action and learning the time and sales in level 2. So I'll go ahead and I'll post this up, guys. This is just one of our free classes, absolutely free, that we give to you guys so you guys can learn and build off of.
Yep. And yeah, guys, like I said, you want to use the same platform as us. Some of the benefits of them include 14,000 in buying power with their base package that you can get for like $350 to $400. You get 14,000 in buying power to trade with. No PDT rule. You can day trade and short stocks. Comes with a demo account, trading course, access to their chat room, plus more. Like I said, for very, very cheap. And I think for new traders, it makes a ton of sense. It's one of the cheaper ways that they can participate in the market when they're first getting started for a very small amount, get an actual live account and be able to trade. And it's kind of like what we talked about earlier. for that reason, I think it makes a ton of sense. And so if you want to check them out, there's the link in the chat as well. It's still saying 350 on my end. I don't know if they're going to actually, follow through with the 350, but it's worth a shot, I guess. But yeah, good luck in the market, guys. We'll see you all a little bit later. Weird day. Accidentally jumped in with 10,000 shares instead of 1,000 on the NPH, trading from my Tefs app on my phone. My mistake. And really, I'm about where I started, And so it is what it is. I'll hold this one break even. We'll see what happens with the rest. Later, guys. Have a good day.